Good morning. Welcome in. How you doing? Let me share some links here and we will get started. What the heck did I click on? Oops. That was the wrong button. Chester's working the poll this morning. I bet that's what you wanted to hear, huh? Chester, why are you working the poll, buddy? Is it that bad here? Oh my. So, of course, we're going to have to talk about the elephant in the room when it comes to Biden right now. I'd rather not talk about him. I'd rather him just ride off into the sunset and be gone. And I forgot to put X on there. Damn it. Well, good morning, Miss Boo. That is my tea, young lady. These, oh my goodness, they is all wound up this morning. Thomas says, good morning. Too many crazy subjects to pick one. Well, we'll touch on a lot of them, my friend. We will touch on a lot of them. We're going to be like Biden at a child event. We're going to be, well, no, we're not. We're not. We're going to be to the subjects what Biden would be at a child of touching children at a child event. How's that? Is that should, that's better, I hope. It's not really, I know. Oh God, I'm sorry. Oh my goodness, you guys. What are you up to over there? Okay, there's YouTube. I'm missing. Hold on, I got everything all messed up here now. Good morning, Dave. Let me make sure I do this correctly this time. Because this has to go exactly the right spot. There we go. Links are posted. Oh, nice. Where's he flying into, Dave? Philly? If he's somewhere close, I'll see if I can go pick him up and take him out and do something later. Morning, Cora. Welcome in. How you doing? I'm guessing you have your electric back, which is good. So I'm happy to hear that. Cora says no matter, Biden is an asshat who tried his damnedest to destroy the country. I wish him an easy passing. Karma can be a bitch. Well, it seems like Karma did kind of swing a big ass bat at him with that last thing that they hit him with. The prostate cancer stuff. So yeah, that's. Oh my. But yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't wish anything on bad on anybody. I don't agree with that concept. I understand that sometimes it's easy to feel that way because, people do stupid shit that hurt you. Can you hold still a second, sir? I guess not. Oh, these cats, I'm telling you. We found a place close here that we're going to contact that might be able to take the little kittens. So the little kittens might be going for a ride. So they're fairly close. We can still visit with them. There you go, Dave. It's a free for all. All right. My mouth was getting a little dry there. So I do want to touch on something huge that we really need to keep an eye on. Let me get the article up here. Okay, so I'm pretty sure you're all familiar with the Three Gorges Dam in China. They're saying that now they believe that the shoddy construction that was used, processes that were skipped, such as when you pour concrete, you have to give it time to cool. You can't just keep pouring more concrete on top and pouring more concrete on top. And apparently they did not let this happen. And now it's causing major cracking to start to happen. And what's bad about that is, let's ask this question here. Stupid fat thumbs. Okay. Right. They just they never lie. They just bend the truth, you know. They like to use that Pinocchio nose to just kind of squeeze and shoehorn it in there. So it says here, the repercussions of Three Gorges Dam failure. The potential repercussions of a failure of the Three Gorges Dam are catastrophic. A breach in the dam could cause a massive wave similar to a tsunami, which could devastate millions of acres of farmland and potentially lead to famine-like conditions. Additionally, as the dam is the world's largest hydroelectric power station, its failure would result in significant power outages. The dam's collapse could also lead to displacement of millions of people living in low-lying areas along the Yangtze. I hate to tell you this, if that dam goes, most of those millions of people in those low-lying areas are done. They're not even going to know what hit them. And it's probably for the best. So it says the death toll would be staggering, with millions of lives potentially at risk. The dam failure would also have severe environmental impacts, including the destruction of habitats for numerous species, some of which are endangered. So, yeah, it's not just a wee bit of misinformation. Screwtube knows all about that. Yeah, that's true. Of course, that shit, they don't even bend the truth. They just throw it out there. We think you're dumb enough to fall for this shit. Look. So, I don't agree with the Chinese people and everything, but my problem is with their government mostly. And I don't want to see anything bad happen to the Chinese people. Now, the other part of that is I don't, yeah, that doesn't mean that I'm going to just let you do whatever you want. If you support what your government's doing, then we have a problem. Just like I don't always support what our government does. Our government does some crazy, shady shit. And I don't like it. And I'll call it out, just like I call out the other shit, It's the way it's the way we have to be. We have to hold them accountable. If we don't hold them accountable, nobody does. Shit, especially not the lamestream media. They don't know what accountability is anymore. So what'd you have for supper last night, if I may ask? Mm-hmm. Alright, Cora. Don't have too much fun. Alright, let's see. What is going on X, shall we? Oh. I didn't even know I was a part of this group. So somebody said, read this in the light of what you heard yesterday. This is off of X, a bowl of life cereal. Well, at least it's something, I guess. But we need to get you to eat better, bud. I know. I understand what your situation is. I know, but I just feel bad that you don't eat better. But it's this Mr. Producer who is certified on X says there were so many lies told by Joe Biden, his wife, and their aides that it's hard to distinguish delusion from reality when assessing his disastrous presidency and determining who needs um, damn it, sorry, who needs to be held accountable for all the crimes and cover-ups. Several years ago, China ordered supplies from the U.S. to build a nuclear plant. U.S. suppliers sent their ship back and the plant failed. That doesn't surprise me, Thomas. And it's probably better for the environment that it failed, you know? Cora said she had fried chicken, mashed taters, gravy, and green beans. Yummy. I kind of feel like King Kong here. Come here. This little one, and there's 3 other ones climbing up. I think it's 3 other ones. There's other 2. I don't see the 5th one. Hi there. You want to say hi? The hell was that? No, come here. Come here, say hi. Say good morning. This cat just rolled its eyes at me. Did you see that? Oh, there she is. Okay. Tacos feeling this morning? Feeling it this morning? Oh, he must have had them zesty tacos. He didn't have those. He didn't have those Timmy tacos. Yeah. Oh man. There we go. Who wants to back me in starting a new taco restaurant? It's going to be called Timmy's Tacos. It's going to be like the whitest tacos you can get. Don't mind me, I'm retarded. But you already know that. Scratch, 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 scratch. Good boy. These babies are very good about using the potty. Hi, Bree. Welcome in. How you doing? My name is Chris. They call me the Sasquatch. And we just get on here, hang out, and talk to each other. So if there's something you want to talk about, or if you have a question, throw it in the chat, and we'll hit it up and talk about it. Oh my. Cora, how cold is it out there where you're at? Same for you, Tim, or Thomas. Is it cold out there where you guys are? Or Dave, even? This is Miss Willow. Miss Willow, yes. You're such a good girl. You're such a good girl. Yes, there is. Okay, she says, I'm done. Please put me down. This one is Chester. Good morning, Chester. Good morning, Chester. Oh, Tiny's coming to say good morning. Here, I'll put you down, baby. I put you down. Here you go. Come here, Tiny. Good morning, Miss Tiny. I still haven't found Tiny's kittens yet. I know where they are. I just can't get to them. Oh, wow. Yeah, I'm not complaining then. We hit 47 last night, I think. So, yeah, that's much better than 38. Dave says a blistering 51. Well, at least we're all right around the same range, right? Within 10 degrees of each other. Yes, my Tiny. Oh my. So, that's not where you belong. Thank you. That was, I believe that one's Zephyr. No, do not. Haha. I got you now. This little one here is being naughty. She's trying to get down here on my keyboard and crawl across it. When she does that, she turns my computer off. So I gotta be careful. I gotta be careful and keep an eye on this one. Yes, I does. 48 degrees Fahrenheit. May I ask where you're at, Bree? That is not for you to chew on, sir. Oh my goodness. I gotta clean this place up again. They've got it all tore apart. The good news is I think all the cats are on the mend again. Dave says only 63 for a high today, but I'll take it. I think we're going to hit 72 for a high today. They're saying 71. Oh, cool. I'm in Pennsylvania too, Bree. Right outside of Lancaster. You must be up in the mountains if you're at 48, because we're at 58 down here in the farmland. Been on a roller coaster with this weather, yeah. I mean, we got up to 73 yesterday for our high, and then the bottom just dropped out of it last night, and we ended up down in the mid 40s for a low. Let's see. You're north of Pittsburgh? Okay. I've been out that way many times. Good morning, Tammy. How you doing? You had some severe weather yesterday, didn't you? Dave says, oh cool, I'm right outside of Lancaster too, near Denver. Yeah, I noticed that when we were looking, I was checking out where you live, Dave. I'm so disappointed with some things that are happening right now. I do not know who got to Dan Bongino and Kash Patel, but both of them are now pushing the lie that Epsteined himself. And it's really hitting their credibility. And that's saying something, because I like both of them. I like Dan, I like Kash. But I just expected better from them, knowing what we know. What else do we got going on here? This is from Just the News. From Just the News, it says significant welfare fraud uncovered during C-19 aid investigation. In a new investigation, a federal committee tasked with tracking C-19 assistance fraud. Get off of my cord. Hold on one second. Sorry, y'all. I swear these kittens are a menace to society. Okay, sorry about that. A new investigation, a federal committee tasked with tracking C-19 assistance fraud found tens of thousands of dishonest or erroneous paycheck protection program applications. Those are those PPP loans that people could apply for and get like, what, $3,000 back or something. It wasn't even enough to cover anything. But because the courts told them to just push this stuff through and whatever, there was a lot of fraud found. It says the Pandemic Response Accountability Committee report released this month revealed more than 40,000 instances when applicants from more than $860 million in taxpayer-funded PPP loans significantly misrepresented their income. So, yeah, there's so much shit going on, and people wonder why we don't trust anything they do. And I'm sorry, I said it a while ago, and I think I'm right. I think that Trump is putting some bad people in places that he shouldn't be in. Oops, I'm sorry, Bobby. Come here. I just dropped my phone on Casper by accident. Now I feel bad. Well, this might be some good news. Key House committee advances Trump agenda bill after appeasing conservatives. The House Budget Committee's vote came 2 days after a group of GOP hardliners rejected the package. And of course, now it's going to lock up, right? The House Budget Committee advanced President Donald Trump's multi-trillion-dollar domestic policy package Sunday night, 2 days after a group of conservatives voted to reject it. The vote was 17-16 along party lines, with the 4 Republicans who opposed the bill in committee Friday voting present. Yeah, my House representative pulled that shit, and he got an earful. And there's Miss Boo. Good morning, Miss Boo. So, there are a lot of people in Congress right now that are supposedly for us and what we want, and they're just dragging their feet and not getting shit done like they're supposed to. And yeah, we the people are getting fed up with it. But at least they got it pushed through now. Hopefully it'll get done and they'll get shit taken care of. Yep, there's Callie. Callie's getting ready to feed the babies, apparently. I don't know what it is with these cats. They like to hang out in trash cans. I might have to rename one of them Oscar. So, oh my, what else do we got going on here? Let's see here. Oh, I never set this up. I'm sorry, y'all. Alright, now let's see. They're waiting for closer to midterms so they'll get the votes. Well, I don't know that that's how it's going to work for them, Cora. I think people are going to primary them if they keep acting stupid. I hope so, anyway. You know, we need to use the time that we have wisely, and we're not doing it. We're not getting stuff pushed through. And I think this guy is a major reason why. He is not a Trump ally. He just knows that if he opposes Trump, he'll lose his space. So that's my opinion on it. When is DeWine's term as governor over? Is that next year? 2026? Is that when he's out? They all need primaried out? Yeah, no, I agree with you. For sure. Good morning, Andrea. How you doing? Hopefully you're doing well this morning, staying warm. Of course, yes, not soon enough on DeWine. Andrea says, I'm hanging in there. My dad isn't doing well. He took a turn, and I'm praying that the Lord gives him more time. Yeah. I'm sorry, Andrea. We're all praying for you. Brianne says 2026 for governor. Who do you like for governor of PA, Brianne? Do you think they'll keep Shapiro in, or do you think they'll get him prepped for national presidency run? Oh my. I am going to ask for a favor from you. If you are a person who believes in faith and you are kind of disgruntled with religion right now, you're disgruntled with the way the church is going. A friend of mine and I, and yours, most of you know him, Atlas, we are starting our own faith-based channel, and would love to have you along. Give me 1 second here, and I will post that link. There's nothing there just yet. I'm going to get my introduction video up today, and Atlas is supposed to be sending me his introduction video, and yeah, hopefully we can give people what they need. And Thomas says term limits and fixed voting. Yes, I agree, Thomas. We need to get voter ID laws passed nationwide, and definitely on the term limits. I think 2 terms at any position would be probably optimal. Whatever is good for the president is good for everyone else. So if the government can only serve 2 terms, well, guess what? That's all you get to serve 2. Do you think I'm wrong in that thinking? So yeah, we're getting there, Thomas. If you wouldn't mind sharing that out with your friends and family, if you don't mind, I did share it on X. I'm gonna make a post on Instagram. I shared it on Facebook. So we'll get there. But I'm just hearing so much about people who are good people who love God, and they are so disenfranchised with the church, and what the church has been doing, that they want nothing to do with the church. So we're going to try and fill that gap and give them the spiritual love that they need and the spiritual guidance that they need. And again, as I've told you many times, and to the people who are new here, I don't take that lightly. The Bible tells us that if we mislead others, that there is a special place in hell for us. And I really don't want to be stuck in hell for the rest of my life with the likes of Joel Osteen and Tammy Faye Baker and all them. Yeah, that's not my cup of tea. So I will do my best to give you good, solid knowledge and guidance. So based on the scripture. Good morning, Ruth. How you doing? And I know Atlas is big on that too. So it's really hard right now to find I'm sorry. I lost my train of thought there. Thomas says, what, we get brought some beer for communion now? Hey, just because I have a German last name there, pal. Oh my. Good morning, Ann. How you doing? Ann says, good morning, everybody. I've been listening. Well, glad you're here. Okay, so while we have our Canadian friends here, let's just talk to them. How many people do you know right now, Ruth and Ann, that voted for Carney because he said he would stand up to Trump on the tariffs? Do you know anybody who voted for Carney just because of that issue? Had to take a software update on the phone. That's never fun. Hopefully it went fast and didn't hold you up too much. Okay. Ruth says, I never heard anyone suggest that with the people that I know. I guess it was more like the really progressives, from what I'm hearing, were backing him because of that, his stance on Trump. And here, 2 weeks before the election for Carney, he had already dropped all reciprocal tariffs, all while lying to the Canadian people, saying that he was going to stand up to Trump and not back down. Thomas has to run. Have a good day, everyone. Be safe, Thomas. We'll talk to you soon, bud. Thomas posted a video on Discord yesterday of them making donuts. They looked very, very good too. Here, let me pull that up. I'll show you. Hi, Miss Boo. They've got their donut machine going there. They've got the grandkids helping out. So they had their own nice little system going there. Oh my. Carney and Trump have known each other for years, and Trump seems to want him with everything. Trump was saying it would make it easier. Yeah. Yeah. I think they said that at the time of the election, it was 1 in 3 people in Alberta wanted to secede from Canada. Now after this came out, it jumped up to almost 50-50. So almost half the people in Alberta want to withdraw from the Canadian Union and either become their own country or join the U.S. So it's a very interesting Carney and Epstein wife was friends with Maxwell. That doesn't surprise me. I had to wake the hell up. Sorry, y'all. Ryan was here last night, so of course I had to get up and make him breakfast and make sure he was off for work this morning. And it says didn't help all the migrants whom have come from the States earlier. Interesting. Let's see here. Yeah, I don't have really made any way of looking at it. I like my friends from Canada. So okay, so it says here RFK Jr. told Congress no working scientists were fired, but these top NIH brain scientists are still facing job cuts. Okay, so did you hear where Ursula von der Leyen, the EU secretary, has called for a standing army for the EU? Does that worry anybody? I mean, um, her words, how did she put it? Here we go. It says here, the West as we know it no longer exists, von der Leyen says amid Trump tensions. Oh, hold on, let me get back caught up on chat here. Ruth said, according to one source, Canada has already become part of the states. It is just a matter of time that it is announced. Well, we are waiting on the financial system to kick in that was promised. So far, it looks like a hoax, but I have been told it's still happening. Well, if you do become a part of the United States, we will welcome you open arms. Just try and get your fellow countrymen to not vote stupidly, I guess would be the best part. How good will the financial system be? Well, that depends on the people that, hold on. How good will the financial system be? Well, it all depends on our government and what they do and how they handle situations. If they play the game like Trump wants to, it could be very good for us. To the point where they're talking about completely getting rid of income tax on people, which would be great. That would really help the middle class and poor people, wouldn't it? To get all of your money instead of having to spend a large portion of it on taxes to the government. Love you, Chris. I'll see you tonight or this afternoon. All right, love you too, Mom. Mom's leaving. Hi, Bubby. Yeah, gotta go to work. Hi, sweeties. How did you? Are they truly sending people out of the United States? No. Love you, bye. They're deporting illegals. Love you, bye, Mom. Trump coming in was supposed to be the start of it. Huh. Well, I just hope we're all patient and give things time to work, because we get, 4 years out of every 16 years in the White House, and that doesn't give us a whole lot of time to get stuff done. So, I hope that we can get the wars ended. The QFS system should be up and running by now. Yeah, I don't know anything about all that, Ruth. I'm sorry. But hopefully they get it up and working for you. But yeah, these wars that are going on between Pakistan and India and Ukraine and Russia, and there's some that are touched off with down in Africa, and we really need to get them under control, because if we don't, it's going to become another global war, and that's the last thing we need, honestly. It's supposed to be tied into with the med beds you keep mentioning. Oh, huh. Yeah, I've heard and read about some of that stuff, and they're interesting. The concept of the med bed. Well, here's the thing, Ann. Trump is trying to change that. If you look at his policies, he's going around and trying to work with other countries and bring prosperity to the other countries through, mutual agreements. But people, I'm not saying you, I'm just saying there are people out there who don't want to see that. I mean, even Bill Maher came out and said, 20, 20 or 40 years ago, if this would have happened, the left would have been screaming and happy because it's happening. And they said, but because it's Trump, they can't do that, because then um, they'll be ostracized for it, even though it's exactly what the left has been calling for all these years. Here's my Callie. Hi, my girl. She just got done. She just got done feeding her babies. I think the babies are all asleep now. Yeah, you can barely see some of them, maybe, because they're all in front of the cat bed. Yeah, and I agree with your comment. I just can't say it out loud because I'll get in trouble. But yeah, it's crazy. Um, just how our governments have been infiltrated by these evil entities who are pushing for things like, I mean, we talked yesterday about they're putting the morning after pill as an over the counter thing that you can just go into any store and buy. And I'm just like, that's not going to get abused at all, is it? So, expecting countries to join the U.S. What do you mean by join the U.S.? Yeah, I think I'm. I want to make sure I understand and I'm getting your concepts correct. I don't want to. There's things that have happened that many of us Americans aren't proud of that our government has done. Um, but that's our government. That's not the country. So why don't we clarify that? Um, I can still be proud of my country and ashamed of my government. That's the way I look at it. How are you going to stop the vets and organizations? Who's trying to stop the vets and organizations? I keep hearing this and I keep looking up stuff about it. The only thing I can find about that is all from left-leaning sources who have I don't see any facts in the articles. Internal VA emails reveal how Trump cuts jeopardize veterans' care, including 2 life-saving cancer trials. I don't trust our media. Well, okay, so let me put this out here too, because this really pisses me off too. World War One and World War Two, when people came back, did they go to the government for help with their problems? Did they, it was the community. The community came together and helped these people. We've lost our sense of community. That's our biggest problem. And we really need to get that back. Um, that's my opinion. My opinion is this needs to be more of a hands-on people helping. That's why we started our foundation, was for us to be able to reach out to veterans and make sure that they are getting not just the care that they need, but that they have the support system behind them. Because look at how many people do get the health care they need. They go to the VA, they get put on these drugs that are supposed to help them with their PTSD, but then they don't have a support system at home, and we still have this high self-deletion rate among veterans. Um, and if you're a veteran that needs to talk to somebody, my email and my phone number are in the description of this video. And I'll throw them in here real quick. Um, we have a Discord that you can join that allows you to talk with other veterans. You guys and gals have your own room that's just for veterans, to hang out in and discuss stuff. And we are hoping to set up the support system needed to seriously cut back on these self deletions in our veteran services. They deserve better from us, the people, not just the government. Sorry, I don't mean to preach or act like I'm better than anybody. Excuse me, but we just we need to stop expecting the government to save us all the time. That's not the government's job. The government's job is to protect our borders and protect us from outside invasion and keep up with our infrastructure and stuff like that. We are supposed to take care of each other as countrymen. I threw the Discord link in there for you. If you click the Discord link, it'll take and bring you to a page that says this. Well, you might be able to read it sometime today. It says, you've been invited to join Bridging Pathways Chatting with Sasquatch. So, but yeah, um, I appreciate you all being here. I really do. You know, I just sit here and ramble on and talk about crazy stuff sometimes, and yeah, hopefully we can come to some sort of agreement on certain things, and I get that, Ann. I get it. Um, but oh boy. So what do y'all got planned for today? Anything fun and exciting? Any big plans for the entire week since this is the start of the new week? I've got some work to do. Andrea says, have a blessed day, everyone. Thanks for all the prayers, my friends. I appreciate you all. Have a great day, Andrea. Be safe, and yeah, keep us updated on Dad and yourself. Habu. Miss Boo. Don't look at me. You're the one got your call stuck. Would you come here? Come here. There. She's yelling at me over her getting herself stuck. Little shit. Yeah, Ruth says she's staying home instead of going back to the campground until Friday. Nice. Yeah, it's supposed to rain midweek, isn't it, Ruth? Laptop up there is too slow to work on your channel. Oh no. Yeah, it makes it difficult when you don't have the right equipment to do things. I do a lot of stuff for the channels on my phone. Are you still bald? Yeah, you are. Can you see that bald spot right there on her arm? I don't know how she did it, but she got herself shaved. What a weirdo. What a weird little cat. Bruce says yes, and it's cold, windy this morning. Yeah, yesterday was the warmest day of the week for here. We're supposed to hit 71 or 72. I don't think we're gonna hit it. I think we're gonna be colder. We'll be lucky if we get out of the mid 60s. And then by Wednesday and Thursday, it's supposed to be rainy and mid to low 50s. So, yeah, it's going to be a crappy week. But we will make the best of it because we'll be on here having fun together. And it's so cold in Ontario. And I love them to quit the weather control, wondering what our weather is supposed to be like. Yeah, they've come out and admitted to weather manipulation. So, but 4 degrees Celsius in my area and feels like winter. Yeah, it's chilly here too. So, really damp out. So, hey, I hate to do this, but we're gonna go ahead and wrap up. I'm starting to doze off, and I don't want to fall asleep on you. I didn't sleep hardly at all last night again. I got to do something about this whole thing when Ryan comes over. Yeah. Katie's either got to start getting up with her boyfriend and making sure he has breakfast, or he's got to figure something else out because I need to get sleep. But I appreciate y'all. I did not forget about getting the keychains done. I'm having some issues with the engraver. As soon as I get the engraver back up and running correctly, I will be pumping them out and get them shipped. I do have a bunch of stuff ready to be shipped now, so I'm going to get them in the mail. If you are a veteran or you have a service member that is in the service now, if you would like a keychain made up with our foundation logo on one side and your military picture or your relative's picture on the other side, please contact me and we'll work that out. So, but I appreciate y'all and have a great day. Be safe. It was nice meeting you, Brianne. Hopefully we'll see you again. And yeah, love you guys and gals. Be safe. Take care of each other and yourselves. Peace. We're out. Have a great day. See you on Discord.